What's up, lore masters? One of the most criticized pieces of the Xindi War arc is how humanity became aware of the Xindi's designs. In the year of our Lord 2153, March to be exact, the Xindi send a prototype weapon that attacks Earth. This device would cut a swath from Florida to Venezuela and kill millions. Many have complained that this attack gave the humans a heads up and allowed them to ultimately stop the Trek Death Star that was being built by the Xindi. After a bit of research, I'm not as critical of this attack. First, the humans had absolutely no idea where the sphere came from. They couldn't identify its mode of transportation, nor the occupant that was in it. If it wasn't for Future Guy, they wouldn't have known at all who it was or what their plans were. The attack had very little risk from the Xindi's point of view. Additionally, the Xindi had come together and had a strong defensive fleet. They were also protected by the Delphic Expanse, so had Earth been able to identify who they were and where they were located, it was extremely unlikely Starfleet could have fielded a force that would rival the defensive fleets of the Xindi. Also, it's not unreasonable to believe that, given the technology limitations, even for the Xindi, that they would need to do tests on Earth to see what it would take to completely destroy the planet, as well as to test any defenses Starfleet may have. So again, while I'm not saying it's the best idea, nor am I saying it's the greatest storytelling opener ever, it's not completely unreasonable. After the attack on Earth, the NX-01 Enterprise is recalled. On the way back, the Suliban kidnap Captain Archer so that he can have a discussion with quote-unquote Future Guy. The Season 1 villain advises Archer that all of this is tied into the temporal Cold War, that these events should not be occurring, and another faction is trying to change history. A lot of people have jumped on this and claim that it's the reason that Enterprise is not in the same timeline, not the same universe, not canon, yada yada. However, let me put this out there. Future Guy may actually be lying about some of it. We only have his word to believe that the Xindi Wars never occurred, that they shouldn't happen. Daniel, the quote-unquote Federation faction of some sort, doesn't appear to think this. He doesn't try to stop the events, nor attempts to help Enterprise, not till the end. Maybe all of this was supposed to occur. Now true, in the end he doesn't want Archer to go down and talk to the Xindi, but that's because it was Archer, not because these events weren't supposed to happen. Just a thought. Future Guy provides Archer with the means to determine that the Xindi prototype had pieces that were made in the future by utilizing a form of quantum future dating. Starfleet Command ultimately dispatches the NX-01 Enterprise to the Delphic Expanse to find the Xindi and stop their designs on building a weapon that will destroy Earth. It's important to note how these events do change the course of humanity. In fact, it's the reason I'm doing this short video. After the attack, the NX-01 would take on Makos, basically Marines of that century. I'll do a full breakdown of the Mako specifically in the future, so don't worry about that. Additionally, the Enterprise is retrofitted with photonic torpedoes, basically early versions of the photon torpedoes we see in the original series and ultimately the next generation, and is given upgraded hull plating for defense. As we see with all wars, technology that is designed to kill would advance in the extreme. At the expense of keeping this short, I'm going to stop here. The build-up to the adventures in the Expanse is distinct from the Expanse itself, and I don't want to dilute the two. I'll see you guys on the next video where we talk about how Enterprise does what the entirety of the Voyager series should have done.